Hello guys, this is third video of the chapter breathing and exchange of the gases. Today we are going to cover about 4 or 5 terms, and otherwise these 4 or 5 terms are related to volume of the air, and these are quite difficult to remember otherwise. But I will be telling you simple things how to remember, and I will make some actions also so that you can remember these terms very easily. So let us start. This is first topic, tidal volume, right? Uh, See, volume of air inspired or expired during a normal respiration. You know what is the meaning of tide. Okay, tide, I am just telling how to remember. Tide is nothing but wave, right? You just remember normal wave, okay? Normal wave, so that you can remember what is tidal volume. See, during normal respiration, you just take air inside and you just release it, okay, like this, okay. So this normal volume of the air, volume of the air during normal respiration is called tidal volume. This is normal respiration I am doing, okay. This is tidal, okay, and volume, tidal volume is about 500 ml or half a liter, like see, I am doing respiration with normally I am doing respiration. This is tidal volume. See, 500 ml of the air I am taking inside and 500 ml I am releasing out. So, air inspired or expired by the normal man in a minute. Okay, very simple breathing frequency, as we know, 12 to 14 is our breathing frequency per minute. And every time you or me inspire or expire about 500 ml of the air, about half a liter of air. This is half liter, okay. So 12 into 12 to 14, that is breathing frequency, into 500 ml is 6000 to 7000 ml. You can calculate also, or you can remember also. 12 to 14 is the normal breathing frequency and 500 ml is the tidal volume. You just remember normal respiration and 500 ml air, okay. Moving on to next topic, inspiratory reserve volume. See, when you do normal respiration, you are taking 500 ml air into your lungs, okay. But you can take more air also if you do forceful inspiration. See, this is forceful inspiration. Additional volume of the air or person can inspire by a forceful inspiration. See, 500 ml I am taking, then this is forceful inspiration, which is about 3 liter of the air, okay. This is called inspiratory reserve volume. See, reserve volume means this is related to forceful inspiration. See, this is normal respiration, 500 ml of the air I have taken, and this is forceful inspiration, inspiratory reserve volume, okay. So I have taken 3000 ml more air, means 3 liter of air when I do forceful inspiration. 500 ml, 3 liter, okay. So this is inspiratory reserve volume, okay. Moving on to next topic, inspiratory capacity. It is simple, tidal volume plus whatever air you can take inside with forceful inspiration. Only with the forceful inspiration was inspiratory reserve capacity, but here tidal volume is also included. Tidal volume plus inspiratory reserve volume. See, I have released all the air, 500 ml I have taken, and then 3000 ml I have taken. This is called inspiratory capacity. Total capacity of inspiration include normal plus forcible is called inspiratory capacity. Total volume of the air person can inspire after a normal expiration. So tidal volume is about half liter and inspiratory reserve volume is about 3000 ml. Then similarly there is expiratory reserve volume also. See, normal expiration releasing of the air is, it is 500 ml. So additional volume of the air person can expire after forcible expiration. See, we have seen in inspiratory reserve volume we are doing forceful inspiration. This is normal tidal volume, then I am taking 3000 ml more air, that is inspiratory reserve volume. Here I am releasing 500 ml air, then I am releasing more air. Okay, when I do forceful expiration, which is nothing but expiratory reserve volume. It is lesser than the inspiratory reserve volume. You can just check it out. Tidal volume, that 500 ml, then you are taking 3000 ml of the air. Okay, then I'm at normal position and this is expiration. Then I am expiring more air, whatever possible air, that is about 1000 ml, 500 ml, 3000 ml, 3000 ml normal, then expiration 500, this is 1000 ml, which is expiratory reserve volume. Similarly, like inspiratory reserve volume, there is expiratory reserve volume. Okay, then there is expiratory capacity. See, we have seen inspiratory capacity where tidal volume is included into inspiratory reserve volume. Here, tidal volume is included with the expiratory reserve volume. Means whatever the amount you can expire is called expired capacity. Capacity, you can remember whatever amount, total tidal volume. This is 500 ml. Then this is expiratory reserve volume, which is 1000 ml. Okay, so total volume of air person can expire after a normal expiration. This is expiratory capacity. Okay, and then the next topic is residual volume of the air lung. Residual volume, it is quite easy to understand. Residual is whatever the residue air present in your lung, volume of the air remaining in the lung even after forceful expiration. See, voluntarily you can expire forcefully up to this. Okay, but still some air is remained in your lung, which is residual air. This is called residual volume. Quite easy to understand. The average is 1000 to 1100 to 1200 ml. Okay, see, then functional residual capacity. Okay, volume of the air that will remain in the lungs after normal expiration. Okay, whatever after normal expiration. Okay, then how much air will be remained in the lung? These include expiratory reserve volume, means the volume of the air I can do with the forceful expiration, and then there is reserve volume which I cannot release it out. This is functional residual capacity. Means it is see, functional word is there. You just remember functional word is there, then there is after normal expiration. See, what is the residual volume after forceful expiration, and functional is what after normal expiration. Volume of the air that will remain in the lung after normal expiration is called functional residual capacity. See, it includes expiratory reserve volume where the forcible expiration is coming, and plus residual volume where involuntary air present in the lung is coming. Okay, then there is vital capacity. How to remember this vital capacity, I will tell you. If you are doing breathing exercise, suppose just remember breathing exercise. What do you do? You take maximum air, okay, and then release maximum air. Okay, this is, suppose this is breathing exercise which is done by you. Take maximum air, release maximum air. Take maximum air and then release maximum air. You just remember breathing exercise is vital for your health. Okay, this just to remember, I am telling breathing exercise is vital for health. And what you are doing in breathing exercise, you are taking maximum air, then you are releasing also maximum air. The maximum volume of the air the person can breathe in and after a forceful expiration. And say what will be included in it? See, tidal volume, then inspiratory reserve volume and expiratory reserve, both will be included. See, before inspiration you are releasing all the air. Okay, this is the normal condition. Then this is the vital capacity. You see, this is the normal condition. Then coming to normal, this is expiratory reserve volume, forcible air that I have expired. Then this is tidal volume, normal expiration. Then inspiratory reserve volume. Okay, or the maximum volume of the air person can breathe out. See, this is the vital capacity. This is also vital capacity. You just remember, you are doing breathing exercise and you are taking maximum air and you are releasing also maximum air, and breathing exercise is vital for your health. So this is the vital capacity. Okay, and then there is total lung capacity. See, we have seen that some residual air is present in the lung when you do forceful expiration. if vital capacity is included with residual volume also, means entire air which is going in your lung is called residual volume. The total volume of the air accommodated in the lung at the end of forceful inspiration. See, vital capacity we have seen, this is vital capacity, but there was some residual air also in the lung before. So if we include residual volume also, then total lung capacity will come. These include see, reserve volume, then expiratory reserve volume, then tidal volume. This is the residual volume, expiratory reserve volume, tidal volume, and inspiratory reserve volume. All the volumes are included, and you can just remember total lung capacity is what, residual volume is included with vital capacity. Vital capacity is kind of breathing exercise. Okay, so thank you. Let's do revision once again. Tidal volume is what? Normal tide. Okay, how to remember? Normal wave. This is tidal volume, which is about 500 ml. Okay, then inspiratory reserve volume. After tidal volume, I am doing forceful inspiration, that is called inspiratory reserve volume, which is about 3000 ml. Okay, then inspiratory capacity, when tidal volume plus inspiratory reserve volume 500 ml, then 3000 ml. This is called inspiratory capacity, total capacity. Then similarly, expiratory reserve volume. I have released 500 ml of the air. Forcefully, I can release 1000 ml, which is expiratory reserve volume. Okay, and expiratory capacity. If you see, inspiratory capacity is what? Inspiratory reserve volume plus tidal volume. Here, expiratory capacity is tidal volume plus expiratory reserve volume. Okay, total volume of air person can expire after normal inspiration. Okay, then the residual volume is very easy to understand. Volume of the air remaining in the lungs with even after forceful expiration. This is about 1100 to 1200 ml. Okay, then functional residual capacity after normal expiration. Okay, volume of the air that will remain in the lung after normal expiration. Okay, then whatever the air is remaining in the lung is functional residual capacity, where residual volume will come and expiratory reserve volume is come, because it is normal expiration. Okay, you just remember by normal function. Okay, then vital capacity is simple. Breathing exercise, you are taking maximum air inside and then you are releasing maximum air outside, which is vital for your health. Okay, so expiratory reserve volume plus tidal volume plus inspiratory reserve volume. And then total lung capacity is what? In vital capacity, residual volume is also included, and it includes all the volumes. Okay, so this is about today's class. Thank you.